To be honest, I'm a bit too slow with all this. Um, why does my monitor look wider than it is? Anyways, um, so I'm well. This shouldn't be taking me this long. I'm just too distracted. Uh, so I've simplified it a bit further so that I can get something out. To be honest, it's starting to get annoying how long I'm taking on this. Um, I may have overestimated the power of bubble too much. I may actually be underestimating it. Maybe I'm just not that good at it. But basically, this is what I've broken it down to. The major bottleneck that I've been facing, yeah, and where I decided to just keep pausing at and I keep getting distracted by so many things that I'm doing is I just lost my train of thought. I guess I keep getting distracted by so many things that I'm doing. But where I was having the problem was essentially getting the data. There's this awesome stuff, JS to Bubble, that I can use to run JavaScript stuff within Bubble. But the problem within that is that it's a bit difficult to do some manipulation there. I mean, it's possible, but I'm finding that it's taking more and more and more and more efforts to research some of those things, which, and I mean, of course, I'm still using Bubble because I don't want to start building the front end. But the idea is, I mean, I guess I'm going to move away from no code at some point in the journey, anyways. But the idea now is any stuff, any part of the flow that requires some calculations that are too that okay, well, maybe not too technical for Bubble, but requires a lot more work on Bubble than if I would just write the code in like a few minutes and I have what I need. I should just write the code. I host it as I'm planning on hosting it on Vercel as serverless functions, and so I just so basically what I have now is I run the API to connect to your WhatsApp on Bubble and all that's already set off. I do the QR code stuff. I save your account ID and your phone number. Then I pass the account ID to my own custom hosted API so that it can sort through the charts and find the proper chart ID. Once it finds the proper chart ID, then it can get all the charts and then manipulate them in some sort of way. And then it can immediately save those charts to Notion. So my thinking right now is, do I return those results to uh, do I return those results to Bubble and then send it to Notion, or do I just send it to Notion directly from me? Because I mean, I'm thinking because I don't want to do extra work of integrating with the Notion API locally and stuff like that. But maybe it might be simpler than I think it is, to be honest. And it would be easy. Maybe it just be easy enough to actually just because the aim would be not to push one by one, but to just push like a whole bunch of those charts to a Notion database at once, like plop, and then it just goes off there, and that will be the first syncing, and then I can just send that out to people that I have their emails already, and then I can then start working on the daily syncing or stuff like that. So, I mean, I have most of it written down here. I don't know if you can see this. So this is a cool tool that I found from some YouTuber, Excalidraw, which basically just it's good for diagramming, but I find writing out. But I think writing out by hand is actually even much better for me than writing out, typing it out. Anyways, so I'm removing the AI classification stuff for now. Um, I don't know. So basically, let me say this out to know if I've got it. So basically, the step right now is I have to redo the front end, but that will come after. But not like any crazy redoing. It's just basically putting things in perspective so that it's a bit easier to do it. So basically the home page, connect Notion, connect WhatsApp kind of thing, and then so maybe like more like connect Notion, and after that it connects WhatsApp. Once you connect WhatsApp, um, it runs it, gets you the QR code, you connect to the QR code, you add your phone number, you press proceed, it takes you to a page and it tells you that everything your whatever is being synced to Notion, and then you can check Notion for updates or something like that. So basically I think just maybe more or less 3 pages. I think I might have to draw this out by hand to just get the flow, because yeah, I will draw it out by hand. I don't know how much, because I don't want to do much work in actually, so I'll draw it out by hand. So that's essentially maybe I should draw it out by hand now. I mean, because it's starting to annoy me. I'm thinking, let me just sleep and wake up and continue tomorrow. But it's just starting to get annoying. Okay, you can't, of course you can't see what I'm drawing, but I'll just be describing it. So basically there's the first page, which is just the button connect Notion. Once that's done, then I go to a page, that basically has the text for that describes how to connect to WhatsApp, then the QR code. Then you collect your phone number, +123, and then proceed. So the idea they would then be that once you click proceed, the button proceed, what happens next is your account ID and your phone number are saved to the database, and then we do an API call. We shoot out an API call to the custom hosted API. Custom APIs. We shoot an API call out. So the API call basically goes to the basic Unipal stuff, and then it says we pass the account ID to it. It searches account ID and phone number. Actually, you find the account ID and phone number. It searches through all chats for right phone number. Once it finds it, it can then basically use it gets the chat ID from that, gets chat ID. Once it gets the chat ID, it gets all messages in that chat, and then it sends it to Notion DB. So I think I have the basic flow of what I have to do, and I've accomplished most of it. So I don't think it should take me too long. I think an hour or two I should be done with this. I don't know why I've been wasting time on this. The connect Notion though, the connect Notion page might not be needed, especially if I'm not doing it. Now I'm thinking, instead of sending directly to Notion DB, I might send to Bubble and then use plugin to send to Notion. The reason for this is simple, because I don't want them to be getting to start looking for API keys and stuff like that. It's the same reason why I'm doing the WhatsApp on Bubble, because I don't want, all these API keys and then start wondering on how to display the QR code and all that. I don't really want to do that. Although there should probably be a library that makes it easy. But for the Notion, I don't know. I think it will more or less be something like it redirects you, and I don't want to set that up. So I think I'll send it back to Bubble, and then Bubble sends it through the plugin to Notion. I just don't know how that will be, if you can send bulk stuff at once, but I hope it can. Okay, so I guess, but that would more or less be the last step in this stuff, and then maybe there will then be another page that says check Notion for sync updates. Basically, has it completed syncing? So this is more or less it. So let me just be productive this night and do this thing. Be productive, you this boy, be productive.